Hey guys, it's Hannah, and today I'm going to be doing an incoming freshman advice video. And some of you might be starting school like in a few days, some next week. I'm starting the 18th, so yeah, I just thought this would help some of you. And since I have some knowledge, since I'm going to actually be a junior this year, I know how freshman year was, so I can give you guys some good advice from my opinions and my story. So I hope you guys enjoy. I just wrote things down over there on my laptop so that I don't forget, because I want to remember everything for you guys, so I don't leave anything out. Because if I leave something out, then I'm not telling you fully what I have in my head, and it might be all over the place, but I'm just gonna do it how I wrote it down. High school is one of the best times, they say, and that's a yes and no, because when you were in middle school, you weren't very free. You felt like you were still being treated like a kid and put on a tighter schedule. When you're in high school, it's much more freer and less rules, but they give you more responsibilities, I'd say, because they know you can handle more work and more projects and things like that. So there is more work in high school than there was back in the other grades. I remember they would be more stricter about silly things that, things that seem so silly now. We'd get picked up from the teacher from lunchtime, like we'd be in the cafeteria and the teacher would come and then you'd have to go back to class. It's not like that. You're way more independent in high school. There's more fun activities because you're older and more able to do them. It's less of a daycare, I guess I'm saying. So my story is I go to a private school. It's a private high school, and there's about 400 kids total. Yeah, so I know in public school there's way more kids, because I did used to go to public school. This is in high school. That's the first time I ever went to public school. So freshman year was my first time ever being in a private high school. Is way different than public school, but also that's because it's high school. So it's really small compared to other schools. And like I said, I'm going to be a junior this year. But starting out as a freshman, since I had been going to public school, I did not have any friends there. I didn't know anybody at all. So I was really nervous about fitting in and people liking me and the school itself. I didn't know anybody at all, so it was pretty nervous. I was pretty nervous and scared, but I promise you guys have nothing to worry about at all. You either are dreading school or excited. I think you guys should be excited, because I think freshman year was pretty fun. And you don't need to be scared. You should be excited to go. Everyone is feeling the same way as you. You're not the only one. Everyone's probably nervous, whether they come off as a tough girl or a guy. Even maybe guys get nervous too. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they do. Every upperclassman was in the same place as you. So they may be rude to you when you go to school, but you just ignore them, because that's just what upperclassmen do. There's nothing you can really do about it. It never really bothered me. Just don't let it bother you. But just don't take it personally. At my school, all the upperclassmen called us freshies, and it got annoying, but you just have to ignore what they say to get on their good side. You don't fight with them or anything. It's just something that happens. Either way, high school is coming, so you need to prepare for it. Start off by not being stressed, because that makes everything worse when you think about things too much. I do that a lot. I will think about something and then I'll think about it in detail, and that's not good. The first day you're going to feel like you don't know what you're doing and you're going to be lost, but just tell yourself you can do it and don't forget to be true to yourself. There's people to help you. I know the first day of school I could not open my locker, so I had to ask someone to help me, and that was kind of a hard thing for me to do because I don't like asking for help, but sometimes you just have to, and they're understanding. They don't think you're weird or anything. So the first day you're gonna have to find your classes and everything like that. So the first day it might be a little hard, maybe even the first week, but it gets better. A few days before school there's something called orientation. And this is when you go to your school and get your schedule. At least that's what my school does. And you get your locker numbers, all that stuff. A good idea is to go shopping before that, so you can put the things that you want to put in your locker before school starts, because I know once school started I had no time and I didn't want to be standing there awkwardly at my locker while everyone's walking during our 4-minute passing period. It's just hard to get all your stuff organized in that time, so I just did it before school. So you also don't have to carry a lot of things when you go the first day to your locker. All your books will already be in there. That's a lot easier. So put your nerves behind you. Another thing that I learned about freshman year is you have to be open to new relationships. You have old friends, obviously, that you've had for a while, that have been there through thick and thin with you, but you have to be open to having more friends. There's always more interesting people to meet in life. You don't have to forget your old friends, but don't be afraid to talk to new people. You have to get yourself out there. A fact is that people can change, and I have hung out with, and I know I have way different groups of friends from freshman year to now, and even from middle school to now, obviously, because you really have to be careful on who you trust, because I learned it the hard way. Never say too much personal things to people because they can be nasty. Girls can be really nasty. Anyone can be nasty if they want to. You don't know who that person is unless they are your true friend. You have to be careful. Because freshman year, at the end, I had these friends and they just changed, and they pretty much made the end of my freshman year kind of suck, but then I just ignored them and decided, okay, they aren't my true friends, I'm not going to hang out with them anymore. And then eventually that problem went away, but you just have to be sure you hang out with the right groups of people. And secondly, you might think I'm a nerd for saying this, but you're in school to learn. You don't need to be the most pretty or the most popular at school. All of those things really are not gonna matter in 4 years. After high school, really, who cares? Just keep being yourself, and people who don't like you, they can just go off. Who cares? People aren't gonna like you. You aren't gonna be friends with everyone. That's just life. You should take your classes seriously, whether the class is required for graduation or not. Trust me, I wish I was way more organized in school those years, because I care a lot more about school than when I was a freshman. High school is very important, and I thought social life was important, but it's really not. When you get bad grades, your parents probably don't trust you as much. They don't let you go out. You have to study way harder and catch up, and catching up in high school is very hard. I didn't realize it till the end of freshman year that high school was important. So please, you're in school to learn, not be the prettiest girl. That really doesn't matter. Third, pay attention. I know some of the things teachers say really don't seem to matter to you, and you ask yourself, I know I do, I ask myself, why the heck do I need to know this? Because I don't think I need to know x squared plus something something equals pi or whatever. Well, I don't even know. But like, really, like, you might think you take notes on the stupidest things, but that's what they are teaching, so you have to listen, because if that's what they're doing your tests on, you need to know what's on the test, right? You need to know the answers. Your grades are based on what your teachers are saying. So just pay attention and do your homework, and don't slack off in class or mess around. I know it's hard not to sometimes, but school's really important. Fourth is, please sign up for clubs and be involved in school. Be involved in out after school activities and sports, whatever you want, clubs. I'm not really an athletic person, so, but I did try out for sports. I actually tried out, and that's really good. You should at least try. If you want to do something, try it. And if it doesn't work out, it's just not for you. But, so this year I'm gonna really try to be involved in getting more clubs after school. Don't think it's lame or anything, or someone's gonna judge you because you joined the chess club or robotics club, because if that's what you like and you enjoy doing it, do it. It doesn't matter what people say. If one person says, oh my god, Shelby Lou, who is just signed up for robotics club, does that really matter? You tell them, I'm doing what I love. Excuse me, I don't care what you say. Really, it doesn't matter. One of the worst things you can do is to have the belief you are too cool for extracurricular activities, because you're not. Like, you're not too cool to do anything. They only meet like once a month or week. It doesn't take that much time from you. You make more friends, you meet new people that are in the clubs, and they all have the same interests as you. But you want to make sure you don't have so much on your plate that your grades suffer, because then you'll have to drop something, and that's not really cool, to drop something that you like doing, because you have to remember your grades matter more. But it's always fun to do something else, like after school. Also, make sure you don't leave your assignments last minute. Get a planner. Planners saved my life. They saved my life. I write everything in there, and when I lose it, I freak out, because I write everything in there. I write when a test's coming up, so you start studying early and prepare. But I'm a huge procrastinator. If you don't know what procrastinating is, that's when you put something off till last minute. High school is really hard if you don't stay organized. Teachers aren't going to follow you around reminding you to do your work. You need to be more responsible, because in middle school you had teachers reminding you every day when something was due. It was on the board. They reminded you every time you walked in the door. But you have a lot of chances in middle school too, but in high school you only have one. If you don't turn it in, it's a 0. They don't say, oh, you can turn it in tomorrow. No, they don't do that. High school, they treat you like adults, because they're preparing you for college. That's their goal. So keep your dates written out and straight. Ask the teacher if you forgot. Just ask. I know you might think raising your hand and asking is embarrassing, so go after school and ask. Another thing about teachers is get on their good side, because there's been teachers that I didn't like and I just didn't treat them the best, so I think you should just follow their directions and don't give them crap about what they teach or anything, because it's their job and they're helping you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. So I will see you guys soon. Bye.